it's been quite a journey, and it's often been by accident more than anything else. Uh, I did my schooling in a missionary school, Convent of Jesus and Mary in Lahore. And at that time, my parents had told me there's no point in going for A levels, or, preparing for an undergraduate degree because we would never send our daughter overseas. Enrolled in an FA program in Connect College. And 3 months into the program, because of family circumstances, my mother came down with cancer. So I was actually sent to live with my uncle in Yankton, South Dakota. And so I enrolled in associate's program in business because I didn't know whether I was going to stay in the US, whether I was going to go back. And for lack of having any friends or anything better to do, I basically studied around the clock and managed to do a 2-year degree in a period of 1 year. And the good news for all those kids who are, not in the university that they start off with, and, a message I give to anybody who's considering transferring, if you do well, in your first college and you're getting a really good GPA and so on, you always have the option to transfer out, which is what I did, and ended up going to Emory, where I met you, Fatma.
Yes, that's right. That was.
I ended up applying for an economics degree because I had taken an economics course at Mount Marty, where I was doing my business degree, and I fell in love with the subject. I had a fabulous teacher, Miriam Kispe.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up following her to the Federal Reserve. So another message for all the youngsters out there is develop good relationships with your professors. My professor was the first one who gave me my break.
Mm-hmm.
Got my foot into the Federal Reserve, and once you have that breakthrough, and I think then the journey kind of builds on itself. And that's when I decided to apply for the Junior Professional Associate program at the World Bank. Was there for 2 years, traveled to Pakistan, joined the Asian Development Bank, and one thing kind of led to another. But from the perspective of kids who are still in college and who are like, we don't really know what we want to do, often I tell people that try and work backwards.
Mm-hmm.
See where you want to be, what suits your personality. There were things I needed to find a field which would fit in all of these things. And then you choose the major you want to in your undergraduate program. And the great thing about a liberal arts college and education in the United States is you get exposed to so many subjects, and you actually have a lot of maneuvering room till your junior year.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily divert following what you're passionate about, and you have the room to do that in your first 2 years. And if you're still kind of unsure, hey, is this journalism, a major for me, then the best place to explore that are to do summer internships, which is, something else that I actively pursued, trying to get as much work experience outside of college. Uh,
Definitely.
and once again, the links that you establish through your faculty and through your college and through the community
Mm-hmm.
uh, are fantastic. That's where I kind of got my exposure to acting as a big sister in the Big Brother Big Sister program,
Yeah.
or through volunteer opportunities. These things allow you to grow as a person, not only to give back but also to kind of gain from that experience. So that's how I think kids should look at it.
Definitely, definitely. I think those are all very sound advice. How do you manage family life and career at the same time? I know you have a degree from Harvard, and that was after you were married, from what I remember. And you also have 3 kids. So how do you manage that?
So first, both my husband and I were going to graduate school together. He was doing his PhD from
Mm-hmm.
Boston University. I was doing my master's, and our firstborn, Serene, was a year old. Um, it was very challenging, but it was also very rewarding. What I want to tell the kids out there is, especially the girls out there, just because you get married and even if you have children, don't think that that it's over. By no means. The journey is just beginning, and I think I'm a testament to that. It can I don't want to candy floss this and say that it was all very easy. Of course, it's I think easier for single people, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want to highlight the fact that by no means is it over or impossible. If
Exactly.
you
It can still be done and done very well, obviously.
The thing is that with my second and third kid, I had to move to consulting for a while, so I had to leave working full time because my husband and I made the decision that we were not going to put our children in daycare. So there was a period of 3, 4 years where I was most of the time working from home, but I did not give up.
Well,